Hello. Hello, Mindset Monday. Hello, hello. Oh, Mango's like, who is she saying hello to? I'm saying hello to Mindset Monday, Mangoes. Hello. Let me turn my phone on silent. Okay. How do I say this? Kajaya? Did I say that right? Hello, Shantae. Hello, Sebastian, Andromeda, Ali's Way, Tion. Hello, Dib. Hi, Heather. Hello. Emriel, Andromeda, Juanita, Miss Pisces, Brendan, Amanda, was it Amanda? Can you guys hear me? I'm not very loud today. Rosanna, thank you so much. Same to you. Dina, Fly Girls, Morgan, Brandon Crammy was just in here. And then I told her that she was going to have to let me work and she walked away. So I guess her intentions were to bother me. Matari, Millie, Nuha, Elena, Steve, Diego, hello. Virtual knockout, thank you. My husband is Palo Santoing me right now because I forgot to cleanse and sage. You can bring. I love the smell of that so much. Hold on, I'm just gonna get myself on it. Ella, I seem sad. Definitely am. I'll get to it in a minute because I just realized I should probably call you Mesh. Okay, got you, Mesh. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. If I ever pronounce your name wrong, or if you want me to prefer me to call you something else, let me know. Saoirse, hello. Tommy, hi. Meredith, hi. HM, hi. Thank you so much, HM. I appreciate you. Yeah, I am. I guess I'll just wait for a moment to talk about everything, so I don't just repeat it too many times. Brendan, I appreciate you, and definitely, why I'm here is because of you guys again. Okay, HM, give me one moment, and I'll get to your super chat question. I super appreciate you, and we'll get to it in just a minute. I just want to thank you. Oh, now we can raise our vibration. Oh, this is our thanks, baby. My husband's amazing. We got this really pretty rainbow chakra clearing sage. So that's perfect time for this. And we're burning it at the root end. So thank you. Okay. Oof. Okay. So yeah, HM, definitely appreciate you. And thanks for being patient. I appreciate you. Sebastian, thank you for your kind words. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm just gonna let you guys know I will definitely be emotional because I can't. I'll just say it right now because it's right there. You guys know my grandma had a stroke. She passed away this weekend, and that's where I'm at personally. We were extremely, extremely close. So, it's one of those losses that those people that shaped you so much, and she was she was the first positive person I ever saw, and she was just always so vibrant and funny and bubbly and lively, and everybody loved her, and just a really, really, really cool lady. So she was 91. Long life. it's been like a long time coming. We've been prepping for it for a while, obviously, because she had a stroke in October. So it's just been like that process of her letting go and just kind of, dealing with it. But that just happened. So, and you're probably wondering why I'm even live. As weird as it is, it's fucked up. But I have a different funeral to go to next Monday, and I didn't want to leave you guys for 2 weeks straight. So, that's where I'm at. So that's why I'm here today. And I know it's, there's all kinds of shit going on in the world that's not just my stuff. And I want to, people that need to, have help with their mind, like real help with their mindset, because normally we're talking about mindset, not clear and present danger, and like not a bear's in your living room, but like that's happening to real, people right now. So, so I just want, I'm here, and it's crazy, like how many emotional things I've gone through with you guys, like this, it's kind of strange, like to, like I am putting this on the internet, which is strange. Like as a human being, it's very strange to like just, I'm going live right now. Like that's so bizarre. But at the same time, it's like we have this thing, and you guys like help me get through my stuff, and I help you get through your stuff. So here we are, so thank you for all the kind words. I appreciate you. I really had a really long time with her, so I can't complain. She had a really great life. She was a strong, independent, firecracker woman up until the end. So, she really, she really did the damn thing. She retired like 3 times. She failed retirement like several times. She was just a really cool person. So the world, definitely lost one of the greats. And just okay. I didn't wear makeup today, so just gonna have my Aaliyah moment and wear my glasses and have my little scarf. Okay. Ooh, and I appreciate everybody. And if my emotions are like right here, so if I do cry again, that's why. And you know me, I told you guys before, I like I cry at like Hallmark commercials. Like something about that emotion is just like right there for me. So so when it's like real thing, when it's like something real, so anyways, okay, all right, okay, so okay. Thank you to everyone that's here. Thank you to the mods, and thank you, definitely thank you to the mods for keeping our community chat, safe and stuff for everybody. Okay. Evie, I'm so Evie, I want to say more words, but if I say more words, so your heart goes out to you, Evie. I appreciate you guys. So yeah, so I probably won't be here long today. But I think there's a reason for me to be here right now, and I know she wouldn't want me to not, not do it. So Mesh, I appreciate you. Thank you. Excuse me. Powerfully happy. My grandmother passed away. But it's like it's been quite the year. Okay, HM had a super chat. Thank you, HM says, hi, Rox, wondering how to deal with prenup conversations to be successful in moving forward with marriage. Okay, so one thing I want to say about like when there's anything legal involved is like I notice people tend to feel very like I see legal, culture, and religion the same because it seems like an extra layer of hard, or it's like, well, it's the law. I can't, you know what I mean? Like you immediately, sorry. You're like immediately discounting yourself and your ability, or like, you're counting yourself out just because it's the law or because it's culture or because it's tradition or religion. You know what I mean? Not that they're the same, but that's to me, when I see them, like the symbol is, I see them all lumped together. Like as soon as someone says my culture or my religion or the law, I see them all together as this like chunk of, sorry guys, my fucking energy is like raging. This chunk of, what do I want to call them? Like untouchable, like an area of untouchableness. Like you can't, or, untouchability. You can't manifest through it, but that's just, why would you say that? Why would you manifest? Why would you affirm that? And so it's not that, sorry, I was just reading someone's comment and I got distracted. It's not that like you're stuck because the law or tradition says so or whatever. It's just that you think that you can't do things because of that. And I'm not saying go break the law, please. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. But what I am saying is like, I've had clients that are dealing with like court cases or custody or, tickets and things like that. And you want to not just assume that because the law is written one way that, or the worst thing's going to happen to you. Clearly, the law is not law, right? Like it's not like fucking gravity. So laws get bent and fucking broken and misused all the time. So and again, I'm not advocating doing any crime. Don't do no crimes, please. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about you're going to a prenup and you may have, like, when I hear prenup and marriage, I saw culture, tradition, religion, and law all at the same time, right? So you have like all of them just in a marriage alone, and you're bringing together two families, all those things combined. So for you, I want to make sure that you are conceptualizing your reality and knowing that I don't care if there's a prenup, it's going to be best case scenario for me. Or, like you can certainly manifest. I don't know what your deal with it is that you want. You said it's successful in moving forward with the marriage. It sounds like you're open. It's not like you're like, I don't want the prenup. You're saying I'm open to it. I just want it to be like fair, maybe. Which whatever it is that you want is cool, but figure out what that is. And then like that's your, all the analogies that just kept playing through my head have to do with dying. I'm like, I don't want to say those right now. What's another analogy that I can use? That's gonna be like it's gonna be like the flag you're waving. Let's say like it's the standpoint that you manifest from. So things are like working out for you always, of course. So in signing a prenup, it's totally fine, right? Like if you have pure intentions and your partner has pure intentions and the paperwork is fair, then does it really matter? Because when you get divorced, you're gonna have to deal with that shit anyways, right? So, or I'm not when, sorry, I'm sorry. What I meant to say was like, if you were to get divorced, like even if like prenup or no prenup, if you get divorced, you still have to deal with all that divorced shit, right? Divorce shit. So it's not like it's gonna save you. My point is that marriage is a legal binding contract anyways. So if you're cool with the prenup and you're not over here like, I don't want a prenup, and you're open to it, that's fine. I think that's great because then you can be fluid about it and be open and easy with it and not be rigid. Like, I can't have this prenup. And, like having this, because I've had people I talk to too that like don't want a prenup. And I feel like I'm not assuming, but I just feel like that's a harder stance to take, especially when it comes to like manifesting, because it's not that you can't get things that you have a hard stance on, but like, how the universe appreciates the ease and the flow. And when you can be in flow, it just takes you to the best outcome anyways. So long story short, what I'm trying to say is I like where you're at with, I just want to be successful in moving forward with the marriage. I have good intentions. My partner has good intentions. The paperwork is fair. You know what I mean? Cool. Let's move forward. Just shedding any idea or fear or worry and letting go of that and letting yourself just appreciate. I just realized I didn't turn off my Wi-Fi. Sorry, guys. I always remember to turn my Wi-Fi off. It's great. I guess I don't even need to tell you anymore because it doesn't like stop the feed like it used to. Okay, cool. I'm glad they got the shit together. So, yeah, be open and allow it just to be like best case scenario for both you and your partner. And that's really all that matters. And like, it's two families coming together. It's bonding, it's love, it's new, new, like, what am I seeing? I'm seeing like new, like branches from one like vine creating like a new, you know what I mean? It's like it's like a new thing growing. It's becoming its own thing. So it's a great thing. It's beautiful. And congratulations. Everything's going in the best way possible for you. I'm excited for you in your marriage, and just allow this time to be fun and beautiful and easy. Like, planning a marriage can be very stressful. So, looking at like what the beauty of this, two lives coming together, two families joining together, and how easy it is to get all this paperwork together. Because, at the end of the day, it's a legal contract anyways. So if you can just look at it as like part of the deal, it's working out best case scenario, it's completely fair, or it's going to your liking, then it can go to your liking and you don't have to like hang on so tight and try to like rigidly hammer into place what you need, which could effectively like push away what would be best for you that you don't even realize, or what could be even better than that you don't know. So I think that overall it's just best to be open and easy and in tune with the universe and in tune with yourself, so that you can just let yourself go with the flow and be taken, trust that you'll be taken where you will love to be. Like, well, you trust that you'll be taken where, hold on, here we go. Trust that you'll be taken where you'll end up best. Leanne, can you quote that, please? Okay. Ethereal Vixen, thank you. I appreciate it. And, sending love to your boyfriend as well. Somebody asked, it said, I can jump off the live and go be with my family. That is one thing. This side of my family, we're all scattered. So I can't really be with them right now anyways. So I'm here, but I'm not going to stay on as long today. And like I said, I have to go to a different funeral next Monday, so I'm not going to be here. So I just wanted to, again, I didn't want to leave you guys for 2 weeks, so I'm here. But I want to be here for you too. Like, we're all going through it. My problem is not the only problem, and you've all helped me through a lot this last year, so I appreciate you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see the super chats coming through. Thank you so much. Let me make sure I don't. Okay. Ren, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Let me know if you have a question. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, Lonnie. Give me 1 second. Or is it Lanny? I want to make sure I say everyone's name right. Lanny says, been doing this for months, still haven't seen movement in 3D, and time is getting to me. SP was my fiance, and I understand the law well, but time bothers me. So that's the deal. It's the time. Time bothers you. You said it right there. So I just heard Malachi in my head. And obviously, like, this is all, said with love and stuff. Malachi's very observant, very spiritual people, but he's like, it's really interesting that people will literally like pay you to tell you what their thing is and ask you like what the answer is, And so I appreciate you. I appreciate your your abundance and sharing your abundance and knowing that investing in yourself is the best place that you could put your money. And I appreciate that. But I also have to say, what I wanted to say is you just paid $5 to answer your own question. You just paid $5 to type out what it is. The issue is that time bothers you. So why does time bother you? What does time mean? Time means what? Running out of opportunity. The door is closing. You're missing out. You're not going to get in, before it's too late. Like, thinking that time is an issue and letting that be your issue and letting yourself notice how long time has been and counting. Like, I've been doing this for months. I still haven't seen movement. So you're telling me a lot about your situation is that you haven't practiced patience, which means that you don't know how to be okay in the moment. You don't know how to just be okay, which is what the universe is looking for. It's almost, you know what I just heard? It's a prerequisite. It's almost like a prerequisite for a class. Like, have you ever like tried to sign up for a class? Like, you want to take you can't take chemistry until you've taken biology, right? Like, it's that. You aren't, and this is for everybody here, because there's some people here who I love very much who are in the chat, who may be moderators, maybe not, maybe are, who've been working on their SP for a while. And I want to say something that, like, the time thing, the prerequisite for passing time class is learning how to be okay class. You have to pass Chillosaurus Rex class. Like, I'm cool. Like, I'm just chilling out. Like, I'm good to go. You need to pass that class before you can enter or pass time class. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason that time is an issue for you is because you don't know how to be okay. And if you're not okay right now, the universe cannot give you what makes you okay or what you say makes you okay, right? Like, I'm not okay. If I had this thing, I would be okay, but I don't have this thing. Therefore, I'm not okay. And I'm not okay because I don't have this thing. If I had this thing, I would be okay, but I don't have this thing. So therefore, I'm not okay. You just said you understand the law, but again, with love here, I challenge to say I don't think that you maybe do fully, because if that were the case, then you'd understand that the law wants you to be okay without needing an SP. The law, the universe, the world, your soul came here to learn to be okay without an SP, to be okay on your own, to be okay despite your circumstances, to be okay despite where you live, despite where you're born, despite what your body is like, despite what you look like, despite what you are able to do or not do, despite how your body functions, despite what your family is like, despite how much money you have. The whole goal, the reason you came to Earth is to learn to be okay, because in spite of those things. So if you're sitting around every day talking about how you're not okay because you don't have X, Y, and Z, you'll never be okay. Even when you have that thing, you'll never be okay, because that's not what's going to make you okay. You have to learn how to do it yourself. That's why you came here. And that's why you have the circumstances you had, because your soul said, these are the things I need to work on in order to grow as a soul and in order to evolve. And this is what this trip about Earth is going to be. Me being okay with these things, transcending and living the life I want to despite these things. And if you're not willing to do that, you're not getting the thing you want. So, Lanny, I say it all the time, meditation and shit that brings me joy. That is the answer to life. I'm completely convinced of it. And it's both of those things. And I decided that what happened to me this weekend was an experiment because I didn't want to beat up on myself. That's what I'm working on with my therapist and my business coach, is not beating up on myself, because that's part of my programming or my thought process. So I had 2 days this week where I took off of like work, and I scheduled just studio time, and I meditated for an hour each morning. I spent time in the studio. I finished a song, or, got us not finished it. I got a song to like a really good spot and got it over to Malachi. I felt really, really great for the first 2 days of my 4-day weekend. The second 2 days, I didn't meditate. And both days I reacted, doesn't really matter. I reacted, right? And obviously also I want to be easy on myself. I'm processing grief. I've been going through a lot of shit, and, I just had a family member pass this weekend. So I do want to be easy on myself again. That's why I'm just looking at it as like, oh, I did an experiment of like, here's the experiment, everybody. This is a big one for everyone. Does meditation carry over into the next 24 hours? The answer is no. Nope, it sure does not. You can meditate for 6 hours today. You start over again tomorrow. I've asked my clients this before. I was like, have you seen 50 First Dates? If you guys have seen it, are you willing to do that every single day, to relearn everything, your whole new story, everything all over again? If you are, then you can have the life that you want. But if you're not willing to every single day restart your engine, clear out the junk, and do your meditation, it's going to take away. And here's how I know. This is why I know it's meditation and shit that brings me joy, because both of those days I did shit that brings me joy on those days. I went to a vegan food fest. Vegan food? Yeah, me. Yeah, my dog got to come. Conditions were perfect. And yesterday I went river running with my friends. Granted, I have a lot of things going on in my life, but still, I was in joy, and I still got triggered. And not just triggered, sorry, but I reacted a way that I wish that I hadn't reacted. I wish I would have reacted better. I reacted a way that I know I would have reacted. I wouldn't have reacted. I reacted in a way I know I wouldn't have had I meditated, because I know I've been doing it long enough that I can see. So sometimes you just get caught up. Like, the reason I didn't meditate is because I stayed up really late in the studio. And so when I woke up late, and I didn't want to like take my, half hour, 15 minutes that I needed, I'm just going to get out the door and go do the fun thing that I want to do. That was my thought process. And oh, fuck, sorry. I don't know if you guys heard, there was almost just a car accident. Holy shit. Whew. What a day. What a day. Okay. What was I talking about? Fuck. Oh yeah, meditation and shit that brings me joy. Along with, obviously, the 360, keeping your thoughts on track. You're listening to positive content. You're doing all the things. But like the meditating, the clearing out the junk, and the clearing your mind and getting to a space within you that's emotionally pure and productive. And then, I guess those are both the same things, right? You have to be doing that stuff daily. And this is what's going to help you be okay when the stuff you want is not here. That's what I was trying to get to this whole time, is that Brandon said, Roxy, you're human. You're going to react sometimes. You're right. And, I do hold myself to a really high standard. I am a perfectionist. I want to be, and I'm a coach, and I have this image that I have to uphold, and I have to be Roxy Talks, and I have to like be this person that I'm preaching about. So it's like I have, I feel like I have extra, I gotta be extra on top of my shit. Not just the regular person, but I gotta be extra because I'm the one doing the fucking screaming about it. So I'll be real. Okay, this is just coming out now here. Little mini therapy. I don't leave myself much room for error, I would say. Like, yeah, if I don't keep myself on a straight and narrow path, I'm not the biggest fan of it. So, but we're all human beings, and I'm learning to work on it myself. So, and it's like, this is the analogy. It's like this, okay, does brushing your teeth carry over to the next day? No, it does not. Same thing with meditation. It does not carry over the next day. Just because you brushed your teeth yesterday does not give you still didn't brush your teeth today. And no judgies. I'm not judging you, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? I want it to be that clear. It's like meditation does not carry over to the next day, period. So if you're not doing it 7 days a week, you are limiting yourself severely. And the reason why you're not okay with where you're at right now is because you don't know how to be okay. And the answers are in meditation and in joy. So I saw someone said they don't know how to meditate, which is totally understandable because we're not taught that. But Ren, I'll get to you in just a moment. Okay, where was I? What was I saying? But yeah, Ren, I got you. The mods are gonna delete your comment if you spam the chat a bunch of times. Oh yeah, not being able to meditate. We're not taught that, so it's understandable if you don't know how. You know, the best way to say it is you are clearing space in your mind, and you are. Sorry, that's really loud. You are paying attention to your fears, your worries, your doubts, the insecurities, the things that are coming up. You're sending away thoughts to allow a clear space so that you can see what's really going on. What's going on behind all this swirling shit that's going on in our minds all the day, all the distractions, right? So you're shutting off the distractions for a while. It's not even that like a few minutes a day. An hour is great. Like actually, if you meditate for an hour a day, you feel so fucking great about yourself. It's kind of weird. It's not weird. It's incredible, but it's very strange to like feel that way consistently about yourself sometimes. Like not everybody feels that way all the time. So if you want to know what that's like, I suggest trying to meditate an hour every morning. But you're clearing, you're trying to keep the area clear so that revelations can come through. So that, or, sometimes I get messages. Sometimes I hear stuff from my higher self or my guides or my ancestors. I see my loved ones. I see my dog that passed away. I see my best friend's dog that just died this weekend too. And like, she was there this morning. Sorry. There's a lot, like all the answers to every question you could ever ask, all the answers to the universe, it's all there. But it's about quieting the distractions so you can see what's underneath this, what's really going on within you, what's really going on beyond you. All the answers are there, but they're past the distractions. So it's like, it's about sitting there, clearing the distractions, sending away the thoughts, sending away the thoughts, sending away the thoughts gently. In my opinion, some people like to observe their thoughts. I think that either way is valid. Any way that you do it is valid. Really, again, the point is to clear distractions out so you can pay attention to what's going on underneath. But the clarity and the answers and the peace and the love, like you can tap into that infinite source of love, that the love that you're looking for from your SP that's actually within you, that you're waiting for them to do. You're waiting for I know this is a long answer, Lanny. You're waiting for your fiance to do XYZ steps that you've determined that they must carry out in order for you to be happy again, in order for you to feel love again, right? Like that's really what you're saying. Even if it's, I want them to let me back and give me another chance, or I want them to apologize, or I want them to move back in. I want them to be open to talking. I want them to answer my texts, whatever it is. You are saying, I'm not going to allow myself to feel the love and happiness that is already there. It's already here. Like no one's stopping you from feeling it except you. I'm not going to allow myself to feel that until they do the things that I say they have to do. And then I'll feel it. So when you go into meditation, it's right there, and you don't have to nobody has to do anything or jump through any hoops for you to feel it. You don't have to be anything or be anyone or be better or anything. You just have to clear the nonsense away for long enough to see that it's sitting right there and it just wants you to look. And if you did, you would have it. And you could have it all the time if you continue looking. If you just stayed radiating in the love that you get in meditation, you'd feel it 24/7. But we're so inclined to get back into our fucking day and check our stupid phones and do this thing and that thing and, do all the things that trigger us and actually take away from the love that's flowing within that we are screaming that we desperately want, but we'll do anything except the one thing will actually get it for us. Well, where the fuck do I know? Sorry. Sometimes I get worked out because I'm just like, Lanny, I know you haven't been here a bunch and I don't mean to yell at you. Sometimes I yell. It's just energy. It's not personal. But I just want you to see how you are the answer and not them. And when you see that you are the answer, and if you shine the light on you long enough, the world will reflect it back to you, including your SP. But you haven't shined it on yourself long enough. You said it's been months. How long has it been consecutively? Why can't I say that word right now? Consecutively. I'm putting an extra A in there. Consecutively. Sorry, I'm laughing. My grandma was also a teacher and she was like a grammar Nazi. So now I feel like we're going to really share these jokes energetic. Like, this is funny when you're a nerd about grammar. Okay. So how long have you been focusing and shining the light on you consecutively and consistently in these months? Because I will say, I can tell you, I don't know how long that answer is, but I can tell you one thing. It definitely hasn't been long enough to get your person. That I know for sure. So if you're sitting here and you think this resonates with you and you haven't had your SP in a long time, and maybe it's been months or maybe it's been years for you, I'm telling you this right now. You have not shined your light of love on yourself for a long enough extended period of time in that entire time. And that's why they're not here. So that makes me sad for you. If you resonate with that, like, that really makes me, like, that makes my heart hurt for you. Like, I'm very empathic today because my emotions are like right at the surface. So like, I feel that, for you. And that makes me so fucking sad to really think about, like, when you're in a time lag, that time lag means you haven't shown light on yourself enough or long enough or consistently to make movement in months or years. That's fucked up. That's what the world has shown you. That's what the world has shown you and told you that you're worth. And that is not true. And then we need to undo that, because this is why it's not working. The light of love and focus and attention needs to be shown on you and only you. It's about you. It's about finding how you can feel that love as much as possible throughout the day, every single day, and not need someone else to be. And I understand, I'm not trying to trivialize your situation, but underneath all of it, that's where the real answers are. Your affirmations aren't going to, I'm not saying you're doing whatever, but affirmations aren't going to do anything if underneath it, you're not loving yourself. Because how can the universe reflect love back to you if you don't shine it first? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I just saw? I saw, I saw like a mirror and like a beam, like sunlight. You know that you know what I'm talking about, right? Like if you have a mirror and this thing where the mirror shines and reflecting the light. That's what I just saw in my mind, is like, the universe wants to reflect love on you so fucking bad. But like, it literally, okay, oh my God, this is exactly it. Like, so imagine I'm trying to reflect this. I know my mirror has got fingerprints. I apologize. I literally actually can't even do it right, because like, it's a mirror. It's two mirrors images and my brain cannot fucking comprehend this. What the fuck? Wait, what? You know when you try to do a mirror image thing? This is mirror image, and then obviously I have a mirror, so these two things are like, fuck, you think it'd be the same, right? But it's making my brain go fucking haywire. Anyways, this is proving my point, because what I was trying to do is show you, I'm trying to reflect light to you, but I can't fucking pin it down for long enough to shine it consistently. There it is! And when I do, you can see it in the mirror. And yes, there are nasty fingerprints on my mirror. I apologize. I use this when I'm putting on makeup. I don't have my beautiful gold antique mirror because it was unfortunately broken. My husband is fixing it, so I had to use this one. But now that I'm holding this steady, now that I've found the love, and I've located it, And now that I'm shining a steady, I'm holding a steady, you get what I'm fucking saying, right? You can see the reflection of the love now or the light, because I'm reflecting and shining in the right space. But if I start doing this shit again, if I'm only doing this twice, 2 seconds a day, you think you're going to get any of that shown back on you? No. So, science. That felt like a science experiment. I wish science was cool like that when I was in school, because maybe I would have fucking been into it. When I was in high school, we needed 2.5 credits of science to graduate. So my junior year, so I got in my freshman year, my sophomore year, my 2 credits. My junior year, I got halfway through the semester. I got like a D, got my 0.5 credit, and I straight up told my teacher, who was like, I'd had her before, so we were like on like really cool terms. I was like, listen, I'm not going to do anything else for the rest of the semester. You can completely fail me. I'll be your assistant. I'll still come to class. I'll hang out. I'll help with the shit. I'll put the stuff away. If you want me to grade papers, I will, but I'm not going to do a single assignment for the rest of the year. And I didn't. And I graduated. I still got my 2.5 credits. Miss Stump, she was my homie. I loved her. Okay. I love you guys. Tiffany's like, I see the love. I see the reflection of the love. Yay, Tiffany. Oh, me and Tiffany are talking tomorrow. Because Tiffany won the giveaway last week. Sean Katie, I'm glad that resonates with you. Okay, good. I'm glad that analogy worked, because I just see the images, and so I just try to interpret with them what I'm seeing. Okay. Shantae, you stay. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I learned from The Secret that our feelings create. Seemed like a daunting cycle at times. Actually, oh my God, I fucking love that you just said that. Hold on, I need to. You know when you cry and you're like dehydrated? I'm so thirsty. Okay. Shantae, you really, really just did something you really cracked something open right there. That is exactly, and we love The Secret, because The Secret that opened the door to, for most of us to understand this. So we're not shading The Secret. And that was 15 years ago's worth of knowledge. We've obviously learned a lot more and been able to discover a lot more since then. Oh no, the chat skipped. Shantae. Shoot. Where'd Shantae go? Oh yeah, okay. So, but you're right. It is so daunting to think that the emotions create, because our emotions, it's it's a sea, it's an ocean, it's water, it's literal water moving. It's full of ups and downs. Life. Like I said before, you can be an expert manifester and still have stuff happen in your life. You cannot escape it. There's no way you're going to go throughout life without having any pain. And like I said again, if you go through life without experiencing any death, it's because you're the first one to go. It's part of the deal. We are here to live and love through pain. That's why we're able to withstand so much. If we weren't supposed to be resilient, I don't think we would be as resilient as we are. So, Shantae, I just want to say, what you just said is very, very important and very true, and just makes me want to say, hey, 360 method, because 360 method is about processing the emotions, but keeping the thoughts on track and using the thoughts to do the manifesting. So, thanks. And yeah, absolutely. He said, I'm so relieved realizing that it's actually our words, our stories. How did I learn it? Oh, okay. So it was literally what you just said. Oh, sorry. Sirens. I was doing the feeling type of manifestation for almost 10 years, and it only kind of sort of worked sometimes. And it just wasn't like cutting the mustard for me, right? So I started like looking for more answers. And that's kind of like when I discovered it was like a combination of like a few discoveries at the same time of like affirmations, everyone is you pushed out, and like quantum physics, I was all kind of looking into at the same time. And I watched this quantum physics video about what's it called? The double slit experiment. And I was watching it and I'm like, OMG, they're describing manifesting. Like everything's it's like they're throwing electrons. Like that's us. And the way that they described it, I was like, holy shit. When we're thinking our thoughts and sending them out into the ether, into the the atmosphere, they're in the probability phase. They could be anything out of the potential, near infinite probabilities that quantum physics says that we might have. And it's like all of a sudden I was like, wait, there's fucking holy shit. The science is saying this is like real. Manifesting this is not just this thing of connecting to spirit and feeling and holy ghosting and all this shit. Like this is fucking happening. And so then my brain is just like, okay, cool. How? Like, okay, cool. I can figure this fucking out. I'm smart enough. I can figure this shit out. And it's like, it can't only happen sometimes. It can't only happen when to some people in some places. We were talking about law earlier. This is law. Like this is how the earth works. And so when I realized like this is beyond, manifesting or affirmations or this thing or I want that and feelings. And this is how the fucking planet operates. These are the rules of planet Earth. And if I can fucking deal with gravity, you better believe I can fucking deal with the fact that my brain's doing all the fucking choosing of everything I experience. Thank you. Cool. I was like, holy shit. And then I was like, every thought. And that was just, here we are. And that it was like, to me, there was like no going back, like you can't unring that bell. And when I just started experimenting with it, it was working. It changed my life. I started coaching people. It worked with them. And it just it kept making fucking sense. So there we are. Because it's real, Okay. Curvy Brie, thank you so much. Okay. My SP keeps bringing up friendship and it's bothering me because I want a relationship, not friendship. Am I scripting wrong? Trying to revise it, but it's hard. I'm seeing progress. Okay. But the friendship statements are throwing me off. Okay. Why is being friends with your partner a bad thing? To me, not being friends with your partner is a bad thing. Like, to not be friends with a person you got to fucking live with and spend your life with? Are you kidding? That sounds terrible. Why wouldn't you want to be friends with them? And I know what you're saying, but I'm like, think about what you're saying, right? Like, you're literally saying, I don't want to be friends with this person. I just want the romantic stuff. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? You want them to fucking put rose petals on the ground leading to your fucking bed and then ignore you all day? Like, what are you talking about? And I mean this with love. Like, sometimes I want you guys to think of me not as Roxy, but as like just your friendly universe. What's that word? Shirley Temple, ambassador. I'm just your friendly universal ambassador translating the shit they've been trying to tell you. So again, not personal. It's just like, you want a relationship, but you don't want a friendship. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like really like think about what you're saying. It does not like, okay. Doesn't really sound that great. Like imagine, oh my God. Okay. Imagine going to like Disneyland with somebody you're not friends with. I'm not saying it would be terrible, but wouldn't it be like so much more fucking fun to go with someone you're friends with? Wouldn't it be like a blasty blast if you were friends with the person you were riding the ride with and not just like a body next to, like, have you ever ridden a ride with Like you're at an amusement park with an odd number of people and you have to ride with a stranger and it's like, yay, we're both on a roller coaster at the same time. But that's about it. That's what you're saying to the universe. That's what my instincts tell me, and I'm trusting my instincts. So why aren't you jumping for joy that your person genuinely cares about you, wants to get to know you, and like wants to share with you and be there with you and spend time with you? You know what I mean? Like you're looking at this as a problem when in reality, like I bet a lot of people on here wish their SP would just be friends with them. Can we at least be friends? You know, like to start or something. I don't know. I'm not saying that we want to approach friendship with an ulterior motive, but my point is that, oh, Ren, I got to get to you. I'm sorry. I keep skipping you. I'm so sorry. You know, you're like blocking it. You're blocking the very thing you want by saying what. Your meal is halfway done and then you're sending it away. And they're like, didn't you just order this? And you're like, yeah, but I wanted like, I wanted a soup and salad. And they're like, okay, well, the soup's, warming up. Here's your salad. And you're like, yeah, but this isn't a soup and salad. I don't know. I was trying to think of a food that like would have like separate sections, but like, or would come in certain order, or you ordered you're at a 3-course dinner and you're mad at the appetizer that your fucking steak isn't out. You're like, bitch, wait, with love. And I don't mean you're a bitch. I'm just saying like, do you not realize that friendship is on the fucking path? Or can you not take the friendship and be like, ooh, I got my friendship getting on the path to my relationship? Like, why are you calling it a problem? That's the problem. You're over here calling your manifestation unfolding a problem. With love, Brie, with love. Because it's great and it's working out for you, but girl, get real with what you're saying. Am I scripting wrong? No, you're conceptualizing it in a way that limits you. You're going to get your cake and you're going to eat it too. So let's let the place settings be put down. You know what I mean? Let's put a nice little tablecloth and stuff and like set ourselves up for a really nice little dessert instead of, screaming and crying that it's not here yet. And I'm not saying you're doing that, but that's like I just thought another analogy. Think about it like this. When you see a screaming kid in the store, you're just like, ugh. But like if it's your kid, you're like, oh, Johnny's sad about fucking Barney or, whatever. There's like that emotional, you get it, right? The universe, like, it cares that you're a sad kid crying in the store, but it also is like, can you stop? Like, if you would stop, like, you could just have the thing that you're crying and saying that you can't have. Can you just like turn down the theatrics so I can just give you the thing that you want? It's like that. It's like, it's not that the universe doesn't care, but it's not your mommy. And so it's not going to know that by you crying and throwing a what she really wants is her binky. And it's like, well, we don't fucking know that, Brenda. Okay. So be direct with your shit, like, I don't know. My point is that the universe doesn't like care about your circumstances. It can't. It's not set up to. It's like you're like it's like you're its baby, kind of like how everybody's like it takes a village. And like, if I saw a kid on the street crying, I wouldn't just, oh, fuck that kid. It's not my kid. Like, I'm saying there's like a kid in need. I wouldn't just say fuck off to it. But like, you get my point, right? You guys know where I'm going with this. You have to understand that the universe is a little more objective than subjective. The universe does not care as much. Like, not that it doesn't care, but I'm trying to make you get the understanding in your mind. It's like, you're not going to sad your manifestation into place. Like you can't sad it into being. You have to fucking yas it into being. What am I even saying? My cat's licking her butthole right now. This is my life. I hope that makes sense. You're seeing progress, and that's amazing. Okay. Ren, I owe you a freaking question. How do you manifest your partner to be more understanding and accommodating to your feelings? Okay, so you have to say that they are. When you say that they aren't, then they can't be. And when you react to them, like let's say you have your feelings, something happens, your feelings come out, they do the thing wrong. They do it not the way that you need them to. How do I manifest my partner to be understanding and accommodating to my feelings? My partner was trying to get me to research about weight loss pills because we're not happy with my weight. We are not happy with my weight. We are not happy with my weight. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay. Okay, boy, this has got some layers. So, oh boy. Okay. I gotta put the pause on super chats right now because I know there's a lot more and I just like hit my emotional wall. So please no more super chats. I love you. I love you so much. I'm going through stuff in my life. The ones that we have I will get through. But I love you so much. Please don't send any more super chats, please. Please no more super chats. Okay, Ren. I'm just having a moment because of the why are you two having a problem? Like there's a red flag for me. Like the only reason your weight should be a problem to your partner is because they don't want to see you upset and they don't want to see you sad, right? Like and if that's what you're saying, then cool, but like if your partner is pushing you to whatever with your weight, as a fluctuating girl in progress of all different sizes, I say fuck that person. If the 3D meme wants to say that. Manifestation wise, we need to start working on the underlying things of that people accept us as we are. We're completely okay as we are. We're wonderful at any size. We're acceptable at any size. You're worthy at any size. You're beautiful at any size. And there are definitely people who, and not just people, but even versions of your SP, because we can talk about everyone as you pushed out, but like there are people out there that are not going to judge you based on the amount of, space your body takes up, your physical body. And the ones that aren't fucking worth your time. And if you have them in your life, we need to be setting, in my opinion, setting boundaries for ourselves and them and not letting people get that close to us who would say something like that or who would put you on that kind of like in that mentality. Like my husband has been with me at my highest and my lowest weight. Doesn't change anything about our relationship except for like, am I miserable because I hate myself? And I can tell you, I've felt that way about myself at all weights as well. So the weight has nothing to fucking do with it. And when and if you lost that weight, I promise you the internal shit would still be there. So this is about how you conceptualize yourself, how you expect people to treat you, and how you react when people treat you how you react to people treat you, to how you react to the way people treat you, because you continue the cycle of being at the mercy of other people's opinions and not liking yourself and your weight in all three of those areas. Those are like the three areas, like they're like umbrella topics that you could say are the areas where you are holding yourself in this vibrational pattern where you are allowing people to tell you these things. It's affecting you and like you're agreeing that they are this way, which is keeping them that way, which is preventing them from being able to change. So check out my Everyone As You Pushed Out videos. And actually, you know what, even better, I think you should do the rewriting your specific person. That's where I would go with you. And then, but your self-concept needs the attention. Because It's one thing to want to, get your body in shape and be healthy for yourself, but it's another thing to, you know, want to change the outside to affect the inside. That never, ever works. Ever. Okay. Like, there are models who are very depressed. The outside does not mean anything. Like, the outside means as much about the inside as, like, the outside of a car means about the fucking person who's driving in it. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're so far removed from being the same thing, you can't even consider it the same thing. When I'm in a car, I'm not the fucking car. So you basing your value on the appearance of your vehicle it's just not what you came here to do. Or maybe it is, but it's what you came here to grow out of. Okay, so Sana, an all vegan cafe open right by your house. I'm jealous. Oh my god, that just made me so hungry all of a sudden. Okay. Super chat. Where is the super chat? Get the fuck out of here. Okay. There has been this freaking gnat in my house. Okay, where did I don't know if I got it. I hope I did. Sorry. And yes, and I just smashed a gnat. I'm sorry, but it's been in my face for days. I'm tired of it. I'm trying to get caught up with a super chat, and it's being a little butt. Emily, I see you. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss these. Casey, I see you. Okay, just give me 1 second. Scrolling up to see if I miss anybody else. Okay, I hope there's no one. If there's anyone. Oh yeah, Dina, thank you. Also, we were talking earlier about not knowing how to meditate. I have a free meditation guide at my website where I just kind of describe my process of how I do it. Roxytalks.com. Nope, he's still there. Okay, all right. You're good. We didn't kill you. We just clapped in your face. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. They should. YouTube, can you guys make it so we can like log the super chats in a separate place so you can see them all at one place? That'd be great. Okay. So you don't have to scroll up through it. Casey, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Says, hey, just logged on because I just had my date today. I'm manifesting a boyfriend. No one specific, but this was the date from hell. He was childish and had no manners. It's honestly dent my self-concept when it comes to love. Okay. Okay, Casey, hold up for a second. You're about to get some tough love, okay? Just know this is all love because did you really just go out with someone who sucked? And no judgies. Okay, fine. We don't know this person. He sucked. It's fine. I'm just going to say that as a general term. He sucked. And you're going to turn around and say that you are the fucking problem? Did you really just come on here and say that? Are you really sitting around wherever you are right now, not being like, thank God I am who I am and I never have to see that person again? Like, no. A dent in your self-concept. Why? Why? Because you're trying new things, that you're trying to meet people, that you're actually interested in finding somebody who you're compatible with? Because you are strong enough to go out with somebody and say, that is not the person I want to be with. No, thank you, and move on? Absolutely not. We are not punishing ourselves for this. No. I wanted to say bad Casey, but I was like, no, that's not bad Casey. Good Casey. You're good. You did good. Like, fudge them. Okay. Like, who cares if somebody wasn't for you? Good. That's a good thing because now we just knock someone out. I don't ever deal with this person again. Bye-bye. That's one less person I have to worry about. And also you learned something. You learned, I definitely do not want someone like this. And in fact, I don't ever want to be described as someone's date from hell. Maybe it's like what you are gaining and gleaning from this. You are opening yourself up to love. If you close yourself off now, you might as well have just fucking hung out more with that person you hated. You know what I mean? Be more open now that this happened. Be more open, more excited. You just narrowed the stream down. Like you just narrowed it down. You just did something good. You narrowed your focus. You know more of what you want. And you know how to get it. I'm not even going to tell you. We've already been talking. We talk about this all the time. You know exactly how to get it. So that's not the problem. She said, okay, Kate says, I love this. I love this, though. Everyone is you pushed out is so real, but I love not having to take the pain for others' behavior. There you go. There you go. It is not you. Wash your hands of that and say, oof, I am so glad I am me. I'm so glad I know how to conduct myself. I'm so glad I know how to have some decorum. I'm so glad. I'm so mature. I'm so proud of myself. Like, go on a rant about, and I'm not saying, I'm not, bless this person's heart. They're going to go do their own learning. But for you right now, this is about you reveling in what you like about yourself. And, I want to take the stigma away from like, it's okay to fucking like yourself. Like, I'm going through my shit. I'm a human being. I'm trying to grow so that I can be there for you. And like, I'm going through my shit and I'm realizing like, I used to really like who I was. And then at some point, I'm not going to say it was their fault, but what I heard in meditation one day was like, they made me not like who I was. They made me not think that who I was wasn't fucking cool enough. They made me hate who I was. And it's like, I fucking liked who I was. I'm into weird shit. I like the weird stuff I'm into. And like, why let someone else's opinion, what the fuck do they have to do with me or their behavior make you think less of yourself? Like, I want us all to start really, really, what does it really mean to like yourself, If you think about it, I've said this before, like, think about all the stuff you're into. If I met somebody that was into manifestation, tarot, Hello Kitty, river running, dogs, the same kind of shows and comedy I'm into, someone that drank Stella Rosa or something, like into Coheed, I would be like, oh my God, can we be best friends? You're my favorite fucking person. Oh my God, you like all the cool stuff, the same stuff as me. Like, it's so exciting to meet someone that's into the same stuff that you're into because you like the stuff you're into. You like that stuff. That stuff is who you are, right? It's how you express yourself. It's what brings you joy. It's how you get out of your shell. It's what you like to do. So like, can you not look at yourself simply by like admiring yourself for liking all the cool shit that you like? You know what I mean? And like starting there and being like, you know what? I am kind of cool. I do kind of like myself. I am like, again, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just saying, I just want us to look at ourselves differently and realize that we have more to offer. Yes, other people's bullshit is not your own, Casey. And this is your time to start celebrating who you are. That's what that date was about. What you just learned is that if somebody else is acting up, I'm going to praise myself even harder. I like myself even more in those moments. Instead of taking on like the embarrassment for them or the shame for them, leave it with them where it belongs and just be so excited for yourself that you like how you behave, right? Like most of us, probably for the most part, there's things we don't like that we do, but there's other things about us that we do like, or else we wouldn't do them, So find those things about yourself that you can stand behind. And then if there's stuff that you don't like, then just start working on changing the patterns, but right here is, we need to stop this pattern here. Congratulations on having an eye-opening date and for the self-love evening that you're going to have now. Okay. Emily, you're so kind. Thank you. Emily says, I love your affirmations playlist. Thank you, Emily. I really appreciate you. I have new ones coming. Actually, there's going to be a new one this week. This week's podcast episode is going to be another affirmations. And it's something we've been talking about. It's like, it's that phase of where it's partially like breakup inspiration, but you know how I am. Like to me, breakup inspiration is like, I'm free. I love myself. My life is so awesome. Everything's working out for me. I can do whatever I want. Like pumping ourselves up and putting ourselves into a space of loving ourselves and being ready for the next chapter. So the affirmations that are coming out this week are about being new and even opening ourselves up to new love, and also being okay with other love ending. It's like that in between cycle of like, that's who I was. I'm not quite yet who I'm going to be, but like where I am at right now is perfect and beautiful and amazing. And I'm going to open the door right now to that person that I'm working towards becoming. So that is the theme of the affirmations that are coming out this week. So please stay tuned. Oh, Julie. Okay, sorry, I skipped Julie. Julie says, thank you for the super chat, Julie. How do I attract a commitment from my SP? He checks my posts, but no texts, despite your advice to change the cycle of failed relation and affirm things. Okay, hold on. Okay. I have to point this out because this is something that is like, yeah, got to point this out. I don't think you are blaming me or my advice for the fact that your commitment is not happening yet, but it's right there in black and white, and I have to address it. Again, I only get like two sentences with you guys in these questions, and so what you tell me is, tells me a lot. So my advice about you changing the cycles and stuff still stands. And I'm telling you, I can tell right now that you haven't changed your cycles. And I would say that at least one of them is going to be putting blame elsewhere outside of yourself for what you're doing. Like I can't tell if this is, I don't know. I just got to go with my instincts. My gut, this is what my gut is saying. So I'm just going to go with my gut and not second guess it. So, I just hope you understand that like my advice to change your cycles and your patterns is not bad advice. There's obviously more going on within you, keeping your relationship not where you want it. But I just want you to acknowledge, like, I don't know if this is your pattern, but it's in your, again, you got two sentences to give me, and one of them has to do with, I tried what you said and it didn't work. And like, if you truly understood my advice, that wouldn't be your response, because like you're telling me, this is like what you're saying. I tried working on healing my inner child and my wounds from childhood to get my boyfriend, and I didn't get my boyfriend. That's how it sounds to me. That's like how, like, that's what I read it as. And maybe that's me. Again, you're running, everything I'm saying is running through my own filter. Okay. But that's what I see. So that tells me you don't understand that this is not about getting your boyfriend. This has nothing to do with getting commitment. This has to do with the fact that you, on some level, do not think you are worthy enough for commitment, at least not from this person. And you are still affirming in the 3D that it's not working. And if you think I'm wrong, read your sentence again. He checks my posts, but no texts. That is, Julie, this is gonna sound mean. I love you. I love you. That is like day one, I just heard about manifesting language today. And I know you didn't, because you straight up just told me I took your advice. I affirmed. Like, I probably sound really bitchy and I don't mean to, but like, you don't see the bigger picture, Julie. This is not about getting your boyfriend. This is about the fact that if you don't deal with these cycles, no one's going to commit to you ever. So where's my crystal? Let's get some of this calming energy back. So if you want like, if someone's checking your post but no text, why are you not saying, "Oh, I'm glad they're reaching out to me, they're communicating"? Like, why are you not flipping that? Why are you not changing it instead of just being like, "Oh, they're not doing the meh." Have you learned anything if you're saying they're not doing the thing I want them to do? No, you have not learned. With love. Because I don't remember anywhere in talking about 360 or coaching where I said, affirm for a couple days, and if it doesn't work, go back to complaining about how it's not working. That was not the advice I gave you. So with love, I don't think you took the advice I gave you. So I'm going to defer to what I said last time. Because the advice still stands, and I can tell you haven't completely taken it. And I don't mean to sound mean. I mean this with love completely. I mean, I'm saying it like this because I care about you and I want you to get it. You haven't gotten it yet. So go back to the drawing board. Udemy, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Amy LeBlanc. Amy, you're into all those things. Amy's like, we would be best friends. Julie says, I'm not blaming you. Okay, I got you, Julie. But like, everything I said outside of the blame part still stands, okay? Even if you're not blaming me, I just want you to understand that, like, this isn't about, I did XYZ steps, now give me my boyfriend. If that's what you think, like, I really hope I want you to know you've misheard me this whole time, because that's not it. It'll never be it. And that's why if you go through that, if you go about it that way, you'll end up right back here where you started, because your pattern is either being left, not committed to, not being good enough, not being the one chosen. Like, that's your pattern and your fear, your insecurity, your worry, your doubt. That's why you're getting it in your relationship. When it happens, there he goes again, not doing the thing I said I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to manifest, but he's not doing it, blah, blah, blah. You keep affirming it and you keep the story alive. So it's underlying patterns and what you're doing all day, every day, which is saying it's not working. With love. When's your birthday, Julie? Okay. Okay. Just waiting. I'm going to hear back from Julie what Julie's birthday is. Okay. What was homework last week, guys? Do you remember? Tian says, I wonder if she's life number 8. Rach Official says, love you, Roxy. I've started the 360 today. I'm changing my thoughts. Yay! Proud of you. I'm excited for you. It changed my life. Go forth. Don't ever stop, in my opinion, or, work it into your own life. Oh, Disneyland. Thank you. Thank you, Liam. We have to talk about Disneyland anyways. Okay. So Disneyland, let's talk about that. We picked a date for Disneyland. I believe it was March 6th, or no, May 16th. May 16th. So we picked May 16th because that was like the one day of that time of year that we could all be together. Julie, are you out of your lying to me right now? Julie just said her birthday is May 16th. Oh my God! Ah! What the fuck? Oh my God. What the fuck? That was fucking bizarre. Sorry. So many Fs. So many Fs bombing. Oh. Holy. That was so fucking crazy. I'm like, Julie, when's your birthday? Blah, 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 May 16th. Julie says, May 16th? Oh my God, that was insane. Okay. So Julie, you're a 7. So you're a personality number 7, meaning that as a 7, these people, anybody that's born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of the month, 7s are very much in their head. They're very smart and cerebral people, artistic and creative, definitely. But your Achilles heel is that if you don't do your creative outlet and your spiritual connection daily, it eats away at you. And being in your head so much, like how do I say this? You're in your head a lot, and it manifests in you not being able to necessarily express your feelings the best way possible. So 7s sometimes have a hard time expressing themselves or being understood by others, having their feelings truly understood. So it's important that 7s work on expressing themselves and actually saying what they need to say and saying their truth and speaking their honesty and being open and not just assuming that the people around them are going to get it or understand it. But you also need to very much do your creative outlet every day and your spiritual practice every day. For 7s is very important. Witchy Wheel says, rest in peace, headphone users. Listen, I love you all to death, but like I never claimed to be quiet. I'm a loud ass bitch. And it's been over 2 years. If you don't know I'm loud yet, I'm sorry. You just found out. Sometimes I fucking scream. It is real. Okay. So, Julie, we're going to Disneyland as a group on your birthday if you want to come. May 16th is the day we picked for that because it was the day that we could all be, like, everybody on the team was kind of available. So we wanted to, obviously want to have many of us as possible together. So that's the day we picked. So Rena says, I'd love to go Disneyland trip. I'll be in the U.S. Coast Guard boot camp. Hey, stranger things have happened, Rena. You could still work on manifesting it. Daily Inspiration says, how do we sign up for the Disneyland trip? Okay, so here's what we're doing. Leanne has a Google Doc where we are collecting RSVPs and email addresses so that we can have like a head count so we know how who's coming and like we can communicate with everybody. We'll be sending emails to you directly. We are going to like meet at a certain place at a certain time. We're going to have I'm going to have t-shirts that everyone, if you want to get one, you can get one so that we all have matching shirts. I'm going to be making those soon. So if you want to know about the Disneyland stuff, Leanne, do you want to link that in the chat? Okay, Leanne, just I'll pin it to the chat. So Leanne just linked it into the chat. We are we're just gonna have a Disneyland day, and we also picked a Monday because I was like, why don't it's kind of started with Mindset Monday. We're kind of like a little fam. So I was like, why don't we just like do Mindset Monday live? So that's kind of what it is. So it's gonna kind of be, yeah, we're gonna do a little Mindset Monday live from Disneyland, May 16th. All are welcome, all are invited. Leanne made a Google Doc with a little survey, like an RSVP. Yes, if you're coming, maybe. Put your email here. Here's the date. And then so we can keep in touch. We'll be sending out links to the t-shirt through email. Obviously letting you know like meeting time and meeting place, things like that. Leanne's also been working on researching like hotels, like some hotels in the area, like ones that might have discounts or like where you could stay. So she'll have a little doc together as well for like tips on the area and where you might want to stay and stuff. So this is completely like a random manifestation trip. We just totally decided that we were going to do it. It's not like, if you can't make this one, manifest that you can. But if you can't make this one, we understand. And, please, I hope you don't feel left out. It just was kind of a spur of the moment thing because I was like, if you guys want to do a meetup, like the easiest thing would be in LA because that's where I am. And I just, it'd be easier for me to just show up somewhere than to like do all, doesn't matter. If you want to see me at a place, it's got to be in LA for right now. Okay. So that's what we decided. Marta, Marta says, Disneyland, what a dream. I live in Italy. I'll go there one day. Yeah, you're going to go there May 16th, 2022. Witchy Will says, manifesting accessible planes. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Because it's going to work out for all of us. It's going to work out best case scenario. We're going to have the best time together. We're going to love being together. Nora, I love you. Nora says, this live chat is the nicest thing I've heard all day. Thank you, Nora. You're so sweet. Thanks for being here. Mesh is manifesting it. Yeah. And like, honestly, why not? Again, crazier things have happened than somebody manifesting a trip, with 2 months out, 2 months notice, 2.5 months notice. I know it's short notice, but again, it's like, we just randomly decided to do it. So, I'm sure it won't be our first. I know it won't be our first. I'll definitely be doing more, experiences and live things and stuff like that. Amy says Disneyland Hotel is amazing. Used to stay when you were a little girl, little goyle. I know. I was thinking about it too. I was like, maybe I want to stay at the hotel too. Like, I kind of want the experience. When you like go on a trip and you like hang out with the people on the trip outside of like the activities of the trip, and it makes the trip more fun. I was thinking about that. I was like, I don't want to miss out on like the hotel antics. You know what I mean? Like the fun, the like I was hosting a music fest one time and I lived there, so I didn't stay. Everybody was like camping and like people were like out running around like peeing on campfires. Not that you want to see that, but it's like, when so-and-so drummer of this band and so-and-so this drummer, they're out there fucking around at the campsites, like you're like, oh man, I can't believe I missed that. So anyways, Emily said staycation. Yeah, totally. Yeah. So I might stay up in the hotels too. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, we're gonna do that. So that's what we're doing in May. Teresa says, I'd love to meet you and others. Hopefully my financial and living situations will improve soon. And why wouldn't it if you say that they already have and that they are and they're getting better every day? Teresa, I challenge you to read. I would like you to order or to get an Audible or look in your library, wherever you can. Rich as Fuck by Amanda, we'll call it Rich AF by Amanda Francis, and or both of them are great, but probably both. The Illusion of Money by Kyle Cease. Just kind of getting yourself in a better headspace with money, and like also Teresa, if you want to look up, I have money manifesting videos on YouTube. I would also suggest looking at those just because you deserve a better money story than that. You know? So everything's working out for you. Your money story is improving. More money's coming through every single day. Life's amazing and you love where you live. Those are the affirmations that are going to improve your financial situation and your living situation. I love where I live, and I live in the most beautiful place in the world. Those are real affirmations that I used to get where I am now. And now I say those things out of just reacting to my 3D, like true, honest to God. I'll just be like, oh, I love where I live. I live in the most beautiful place in the world. I say it all the time because it's true. And I was saying it for a while when it wasn't true. And that was all I was saying about where I lived. It was so beautiful here, even though I was looking at trash in the gutter, like couches on the sidewalk for 6 months at a time. So beautiful where I live. That's the kind of stuff I was saying. And it became true. Sunny D says hotel shenanigans are the best. They really are. They really are. I think I don't want to miss out on that. Tim says, I'm still following, been working way too much. Hey, Roxy. Hey, Tim. How are you? Amy says, my dad used to buy a ton of toilet paper and deliver it to everyone's door in hotel room. That's such a dad. Like, that's such a dad thing. Like, that's like such a dad joke. Like, dad's like, I'm going on vacation. I'm gonna go deliver some toilet paper. Oh, God bless the dad. Where did I live before LA? My mother's womb. Actually, no, that's not true. I mean, it's kind of true. I'm from LA. I lived in Colorado for a quarter in LA, half in Colorado, a quarter in LA is where I'm at now. So I'm basically half in LA, but it was split up. I lived in Denver for 20 years. Okay. Ooh, Tommy says, just finished reading Rich as Fuck. Really uplifting. It's such a good book. I'm going to pick it up again. I read it like periodically. I just, I'll just read pages out of it. But this isn't a book club book yet. I haven't decided if I'm going to make it a book club book yet, only because it's a lot longer than our typical book club books. But I am finding that I'm reading it. I feel like I'm getting through it just as fast. But I just want to give you a book suggestion. I haven't decided if this is going to be on the book club yet. But the book Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty is really good. Really, really good. And just really, really, really makes you look at like your desires and the motivations behind them. Because if you understand the motivations behind your desires, you can tell when you're manifesting from lack. Because when you're manifesting from lack, that's what you get back, right? When you manifest from lack, that's what you get back. You get more lack. So, if you're reading Kyle Cease, continue. That's a great book. If you're looking for something else, and you have some room, it is a thick book. It's probably like 500, 600 pages, maybe 4. I don't know. It's one of those thickery ones. Maybe it's 4. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's a great book. Think Like a Monk, Jay Shetty. Really, really, really interesting. And super reader, book nerd, fangirl side note. Oh, wow. I'm seeing a whole parallel things fall. Oh, this is strange. So do you guys remember last year when I had that crazy synchronicity when I manifested finding that the parallel reality book? Or what is that book called? The quantum physics book I show you guys. That I thought it was a textbook, but it's actually a book. It's written by Michael Talbot. That quantum physics book. The day I found that book was a super weird series of like events of manifestation, like weird synchronicities, boom, 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 finding that book. That day I also found a book called the Mysterious Benedict Society, which is like, I like to read. I always liked like youth literature. I always loved like that like genre of books. So I like to read those kind of books. So I had bought it years ago and I never read it. And so if something had told me to go down into my I had like a little library in my basement to like look at my books and stuff. And I found that quantum physics book and I was like, where the fudge did this come from? I never knew where it came from. I still to this day have no idea how I got it. It just ended up in my collection of books. No clue where it came from. But I also found that day the Mysterious Benedict Society. So I started reading that book. And then the weird thing is that I started reading it and I was like, dang, this would make a cool movie. I wonder if they have a movie. I Googled it and they were making a show that was coming out a week later. So there was a show. There was a show that was on Disney. It came out last year in June. So this whole weird thing about these books, right? Well, what I was just about to say about the Jay Shetty thing is this is a super duper nerd thing, like book nerd thing. But the illustrator, there's little drawings in Jay Shetty's books. I swear, if it's not one illustrator, then maybe it's like a company or whatever, but it's the same illustrations as the Mysterious Benedict Society books. And then, like, there's probably like 6 people in the world who would ever even recognize that, like you have read both of those books. But I was like, oh my God, those are the same fucking drawings. Like it's very unique art. So, it's like the cover art from Mysterious Benedict Society and all the pictures inside. There's like pictures in each chapter. And then Jay Shetty has like little pictures that he has in his book. It's the same artist. And, as I don't know why Holographic Universe, thanks guys. There's something very strange around all these books. There's just weird synchronicities. So, okay. Emily says maybe it quantum jumped. I think it probably did. I just can't even. The only thing I can think of is like maybe I saw it in like, you know how they'll have like free books. Like I don't know if they have it. I haven't seen it in a lot of places, but like where I live, they have just people just like put boxes of free books out on the sidewalk. And maybe I like saw it in one of those and like picked it up one day. I just can't think of where else I would have gotten like a used book like that about quantum physics. I just don't know where it came from. The Holographic Universe book. Is my husband watching? He's probably not watching. I'm tired. I can't keep going on. All right. I've shown it before. Tim, I'll make sure. Oh yeah, I'm not going to be here next week. I'll try to remember to bring it 2 weeks from now. But the Holographic Universe is a book that it's written like a textbook. But it's not a textbook. It's written by a man named Michael Talbot. And what he did was he took quantum physics studies and then broke them down and wrote them into language that I don't want to say even necessarily an average person, because it is still a little, it's still talking about quantum physics. It is still a little advanced, but you don't have to be a physicist to understand it, basically. So it explains like meridian points, like the tapping. It explains like, I always read this paragraph to people. I could probably almost quote it at this point, but basically it's like, from the double helix to the brain of Shakespeare, from quasars to the, what is it? I was going to say the semicolon. Is it the semicolon? Anyways, but everything that exists or ever will exist has already been created and is already in existence now. And everything that the universe is all of those things and probably so much more that we can't even fathom. And so that's I love that quantum physics book, because he's just kind of taking all these studies and just explaining and like breaking down, like if you ever had to do like experiments in school, like how you have your like your hypothesis and your evidence and all that shit, when you had to do those like, what is it called when you do that? There's an experimental process. What am I talking about? I haven't been in school in a long time. I just hit the wall. Oh, and The Alchemist, that's that's a book I bought years ago, and I cannot find it, which is also strange because I have everything, like, I save everything. And I've looked in my books many times for The Alchemist. Scientific method. Thank you, Leanne. That's what I was talking about. Okay. Julie, to break the cycle, you need to stop talking about how it's not working and stop reacting and stop looking for others for validation. You got to do something different than what you normally do. Tim says, I'm a Scorpio, so The Alchemist is a must read. Oh, is it really? Is a must read for Scorpios? Oh, is it now? No, I have to get another copy. Okay. Ooh. Okay, Rebecca just said, I randomly found a book titled Holodynamics on my bookshelf that I did not know I had. Just started it. Okay, so that's so weird. Are quantum physics books just showing up on people's bookcases? Oh God. Emily. Okay, I gotta go. Yeah, I need to go too. I want to finish Emily's question real fast. I'm trying to get off early. It's not early. Emily, but I just want to address Emily because she says, you said, I hate to ask for advice, but do you have any tips for not being mad at yourself for messing up? I can't help but think that you hating to ask for advice has to do with this. This is valid advice that you should ask for. Please don't hate to ask that. Your questions are valid. You're valid. The advice you're going to get is valid. The life that you're living is valid. And that's part of not being mad at yourself is like, what is messing up? Messing up is, I did I did something that I wish I would have done differently and an outcome ensued that I'm not completely happy with. But like, is that like what I just said? Is that not what life is every single day? Like, aren't we all just, it's all trial and error is what I'm trying to say. We're all just trying to figure things out. And it's like, at the end of the day, you have like a 50-50 shot of liking what you do, right? Like, you might try something and decide you don't like it. Does that mean you're a bad person? Does that mean that you deserve, oh God, I'm so easy at staying focused, to be punished? You don't deserve to be punished. So you need to learn to, like, the practice is to like let yourself mess up and just be like, oh, okay, that's interesting. This is what I learned from that. That's cool. Moving forward. Like, for example, this weekend, okay, I'll tell you one for me. I was starting to beat up this on myself this weekend because I took a 4-day weekend, kind of. I actually was in the studio the whole time. But on the first 2 days, I meditated for an hour before I went into the studio. And I had an amazing 2 days. I loved myself. I loved my craft. Everything was great. I was in the flow. I got a bunch of work done. The second 2 days, I did not meditate. I wasn't as much in the studio, but I was doing fun things. I went to a vegan food fest. I went to the beach with my friends. On those 2 days I didn't meditate, I reacted in a way that I wasn't proud of. And I got triggered and reacted, and I was not happy with the way that things went down. And so I was starting to kind of get on myself this morning, and I realized, you know what? How about I just did an experiment to see if manifestation carries over to the next day? And that's what I told everybody here is like, you know what? I learned this weekend, manifestation does not carry over to the next 24 hours. Just like brushing your teeth isn't, just because I brush my teeth today does not mean I don't get to brush my teeth tomorrow. And just because I brushed my teeth yesterday does not mean I shouldn't brush my teeth today. It's the same thing with manifestation or with meditation. It does not carry over to the next 24 hours. So we got to do it every single day. And that was a valuable lesson that I learned. And I might not have realized that if I had spent that time getting mad at myself because I didn't meditate. How does that help? How does that solve? Like, does getting mad at myself undo the reacting that I did? Does that make me less reactive for the next time? Or does that probably make me more reactive for the next time? And probably next time what I'm going to do is beat myself up again. Right? So you just got to stop the cycle again. Okay. I see you guys coming through with questions. I can't stay on. I gotta jump off. Okay. I'm gonna be gone next week, guys. I'm gonna be attending a different funeral than for the person that passed away this weekend. So I'm not gonna see you next week. I appreciate you all for homework for this next 2 weeks. What I want you to do is I want us to get really clear on our patterns because we all have kind of different ones, but we all have similar, like maybe not similar, but like let's say there's this is not a real number, but let's say there's 7 different patterns, right? There's beating up on yourself, there's looking for others for validation, there's pleasing others instead of ourselves, whatever. Just like what kind of patterns are we doing and carrying out and standards are we setting for ourselves and holding out that are really like not who we want to be anymore or what we want to be or how we want to live? Like if you've been a people pleaser your whole life and you're kind of realizing that you kind of want to just start pleasing yourself, like where does that show up? In what ways do you choose other people over yourself? Here's another thing that actually this just came up for me too. I just realized this. In those triggers that I had this weekend, the thing that I was most mad about that I realized because I was paying attention to myself was that I didn't listen to my own intuition and I let myself be swayed by other people. And then what I knew was going to happen, or well, I'm a manifestor or whatever, what I expected to happen happened. And then I was mad that I didn't take the action I knew I should have because I went with the status quo or I went with what the other people were saying, the group, not that anything was, please don't think these are bad things. These are really very minute, trivial things. And when I say I'm triggered and reacting in a way I wish that I wouldn't, it's because it wasn't things that actually fucking mattered. But I didn't meditate. And so that makes sense. Michelle, I love you so much. Thank you. And I appreciate you guys being here right now. I know I'm getting off the chat, Amy. I'm just trying to finish this thought. Kristen, love you. Thank you so much for being here, boo. Good to see you. What I was really upset about this weekend when I got triggered both times was that I should have listened to my own intuition and I didn't. And I was really mad about that. Not that I was really mad, but like it felt like I was mad about other things. But what was really underneath it was the fact that I knew better and I didn't listen to myself. And I was like, okay, I'll let myself be talked. I'll just do what the group wants instead of being that person that's like, no, let's do this. Knowing that my shit was going to be right anyways. So anyways, my point is that I'm seeing as a person, my pattern of not trusting my intuition and not doing what I want and just going with what other people want because I don't want to be judged or because they're going to think my ideas are dumb or whatever the fucking reason I tell myself. That pattern does not make me happy. That pattern really bothers me. That pattern makes me really upset. If it's one thing if I didn't want things to go one way and they went another. But the fact that I wanted them to go in one way, I knew that they were going to go a certain way and I had a window closing and I didn't act on it. That really fucking bothered me. And so my point in telling you all this is that these are the things I want you to look out for the next 2 weeks. I want you to pay attention to what is the actual problem? Why are we triggered right now? Why are you mad? Why are you upset? Why are you sad? Why are you lonely? What is the deal? What is the real problem? Why do you hate yourself right now? What did you do again that you wish you told yourself you were never going to do? What's there? What are you doing to keep the story alive? Because I'm telling you right now, everybody here, whatever manifestation you're working on that hasn't come through, whether you've taken my advice or not, you are keeping the story alive somehow through your beliefs, your actions, and your responses. So if we truly want change in our life, if we really want the things that we want, the answers are not going to come from watching a live stream. The answers are going to come from you being in your life and getting triggered and seeing the way you want to react and choosing something different. That's how you break the pattern, Julie, if you're still here. Letting yourself be triggered, knowing that normally I would do X, Y, and Z, but not today because that's not my story anymore. And I see that this is actually this pain of me not listening to my fucking self. I'm mad that I knew better and I didn't do anything. I'm mad at myself right now. And ultimately, what am I really mad at? I'm just sad that I missed out on something that I really liked. It's just a sad little girl in there. So, and then what does she want? She wants her fucking sand dollars that she broke all over the fucking sidewalk yesterday. So on that note, I'm going to go back to the beach and find more sand dollars. Okay. And that is not a joke. Okay, I love you guys so much. Your homework. What? Oh, he's talking to someone else. Okay. All right. I love you all so much. Powers of Tarot says, yo, I'm out here Googling the flight ticket and hotel prices to California. Listen, we can all manifest everything. Okay? You know, like anything all the time, no matter what. So if you want to go to Disneyland with us on May 16th, you're going. I don't care if you live across the world because there's probably a lot of people in the UK actually that are like Tommy, Powers of Tarot, Witchy Wheels. I know at least the 3 of you guys have been talking about going. So maybe you guys, 3 of you can coordinate. I don't know like where you live and stuff, but you know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe you guys land in New York, you pick up Dina and then you fly out. You know what I mean? Like it could be like a really cool little thing that we do here. So, okay. All right. Emily says, I'm going. Damn right you're going. Tiffy, May 16th is your birthday too. You and Julie are birthday twins. I appreciate you, Tiffany. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow, Tiff. Tiffany won the session last week, so me and Tiffany are getting together tomorrow to talk. Dina, hold on, I gotta pin this. Dina just did it. You went to Disney and you flew first class, period. And that's for everybody here. You listening? You went to Disneyland and you flew first class and you had a fucking blast. Mesh is like actually going to be in California in April. Oh, well, you're going to be in there in May too. Okay. All right. I love you all so much. Tim, thank you. Tim said, hit the damn like button on the way out. Roxy just laid out tons of energy for us. I appreciate you. Thank you. Dina says, I'm super confident traveling. You are. And Dina, I don't think you're going to travel alone. I have a feeling that you're going to come with people. I feel like people are going to pick you up. Because like if you're in the UK, you probably have to fly to New York first, right? And then to LA. So those guys could come meet you and you guys could coordinate. That would be so fun. That'd be like, oh my God, I'm jealous. Do I have to fly to New York so I can fly back to you with you guys? No. I live here. Okay. All right. All right. I love you all. I appreciate you. I want to stay, but I guess to go. Thank you so much. Again, I'm not going to be here tomorrow or next week. It's been a rough bit. So I'm going to be attending a different funeral next week. I love you all. I appreciate you. Stay on top of your shit. Really, 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 really work or look at, like, is it still sunny? Look at your patterns, and what you're doing. And if you really still want to be like that, do you really like it? Is it okay? Or would you rather change it and get something new? Because it could be anything. Okay. No, this one. Dina. I fucking love you. Okay. We're going to have so much fun. All right. Okay. I love you. I love you all. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Oh, Tiff's going to be at Ludacris. Fudge. Okay. We're going to have to hear about that. Or is that today? Okay. All right. Tiana, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thanks, everybody. I love you. Be good to yourselves. Just so you guys know, my grandma that just passed away, be good to yourselves was like her signature line. She said that to everybody. That's how she got off the phone. That's how she signed every email. That's how she said goodbye to every person all the time, forever. So I had been saying it for a while, but I definitely am obviously going to be incorporating that into my language and my lifestyle. But it's, it's not just a sentence, it's a real lifestyle. And she definitely, was that person. She was very good to herself. She loved herself. She loved life. And she was very inspiring. So Lucy, I appreciate you. Welcome. And thanks for coming to being here in the community. Riz, you can be there. You can be there, Riz. We're all going to manifest it. We're all manifesting the trip to Disneyland. Even those of us that live in California, like, don't trust, we still have to manifest it. Okay. So it's not harder on anybody else. I know it feels like it because of distance, but distance isn't real, is it? Oh, Mango has spoken. Okay. Okay. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you. Please be good to yourselves. I'll see you in 2 weeks.